welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights Live on a Victory Friday. Who thought we'd be saying that in 2021? Crazy.
That is crazy.
First game of the season.
Got the dub. So you got him at 12-6 now? Or 12-5?
That was the one. I had to go back to my 11-6. I might have to. I still have. Well, how about this? Because I love taking the callers, and we'll continue to take the callers. But I do want to hop into another topic real quick. Because last night, it was a defense. Last year, I started to defend the Glenn campaign. Y'all wanted him fired. I had to get into the context of the situation. He has all rookies and second-year guys, all in the new system for the first time. And guess what? Brad Holmes, sprinkle a little more ingredients on top of that. And then, AG put his seasoning on top of it as well, as he does, the defensive coordinator and the coach. Year 3 guys, year 2 guys. And this held the Super Bowl champs to 20 points.
Yep.
In their own home field. And how about this, Spinny, too? Chris, pull up the second half numbers. These are the Chiefs' drive results the entire second half.
Probably a lot of punts.
Nasty.
Punt. Pick 6. Punt. Field goal. Punt. Turnover on downs.
Look at that stat at the bottom. 0 for 7 on third downs in the second half. That is how you win football games. You get off the field on third down. You make sure they don't extend drives. That is how you win football games. The Lions closed that one out, and they won it because of their defense.
If that offense can be as good as it was last year, you saw what the defense is a little bit of a turnaround for the defense last year, almost held us to the playoffs. If this is what the defense is going to a characteristic of the defense for the rest of this season, I'm going 12-5. I mean, this is crazy. And here's the scary part about it for the league. It's the happy part for the Detroit Lions fans. The scary part about it for the league. These are rookies, bro. Yeah. Brian Branch and Jack Campbell are continuing to get better and better and better. And you want to know why I know that for a fact? We saw it last year with Aiden Hutchinson. Last year when Aiden Hutchinson started the season, some people were like, and then as it went gone, the season progressed, Aiden became a dog.
These guys coach them up, man. Aaron Glenn, Dan Campbell, everybody coaches these guys up. They coach the young guys up. You see them consistently getting better. Like you said, throughout the season last year, Aiden Hutchinson, Kirby Joseph, they consistently got better. It was impressive to watch, and you only think it's going to go up from here. Kirby Joseph still has a lot of room to improve, and he is going to get better. I mean, you mentioned the rookies already.
Yeah.
Bring in a guy like Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, who is a solidified product. You know what he is. You know what he's going to bring. It was just amazing. Brother, what did you think about the defense yesterday?
I thought they looked great. I mean, they weren't perfect, but when things didn't go their way, they managed to come back the next play, the next drive, and really stop any momentum that the Chiefs had. I liked it. I mean, we saw a couple miscommunications earlier in the game in that secondary, but then when they needed the big play, whether it was Brian Branch, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, any of those guys, Jerry Jacobs played a pretty good game. Like, they made the plays when they needed to and took advantage of the Chiefs' missteps, like Kadarius Toney dropping a couple balls.
Hey, listen.
They took advantage of it.
Dan Campbell mentioned that last night, too. Is I like to believe that when you play a certain style of football consistently on an entire night, things like that just happen to go your way. Yeah. Talking about that physical, smash mouth football, where I'm not necessarily, you can't blame every drop on it. But sometimes you start to hear little footsteps if you get cracked a couple times. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We seen it last night. First, guys try to turn up the field before they caught the ball. Or that was the Florida State game I was thinking about. Yeah. You get cracked a couple times, and it's not even a couple times. Every time. Every time you touch that ball, someone's coming to lay the fucking boom.
It gets in your head. It gets in the back of your mind. And that's where you get a little alligator arm. That's where you're worried about shit. And that's where mistakes start happening. And the Lions have some hard hitters in that defense. Mm-hmm. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson leads the stick. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Jack Campbell, Derek Barnes, Anzalone, Brian Branch leads the stick. Those guys aren't just running around there pushing people out of bounds.
And to the point, Ken makes a good point. Woodward Sports Chat, he says, I'm worried about our secondary. They're leaving people open. Well, that happens. And especially in the modern day NFL, it's built for the offense. But again, as you said, these guys are going to get better and better. I mean, Emmanuel Mosley arguably is supposed to be, by the guys, Brad Holmes, the best guy on this team in terms of the DBs. He's not even on the field yet. Nope. And he also hasn't developed the chemistry yet. Nope. They're going to get better and better and better. It's scary. The league has officially been put on notice on national television last night. I'm just saying. We got any more callers, Nick?
No callers, but I wanted to say 12-5 was my prediction on the heavyweight show. I think we were all around 12-5.
Yeah.
So winning that game in KC, I actually had them losing. This was prior to the news about Kelsey, but so now my expectations are sky high. I'm sitting like 13-4. We're hunting that 1 seed. That's how hype I am about it, and I don't know if that's crazy expectations, but we just stole one in Arrowhead. It's huge.
Can I ask a question?
Huge.
Is
What do
that
you have to present to the class, Chris?
Okay, thank you. The question I like to present to the class today is this the hardest game on the Lions schedule, and how much does this change things for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It's the hardest game on the line schedule for sure.
I mean, things will persist. People will get hurt and so on and so forth. I'm not going to win on that one, but like, they'll be presented different challenges week to week, obviously.
Of course.
But like, yeah, this is
In
the one
theory.
that you looked at the schedule, and outside of like your fandom, we're automatically checking out. I mean, we had our guy Connor Rogers on this week, and he's like, any NFL watcher, you would feel stupid betting against Patrick Mahomes. Like, that's just not like a bet you like to make very often, you know. And we did it. This was the toughest challenge on the schedule. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, the league should be fearful because we ain't scared of nobody.
Nope.
And we were already bringing it. Now we're bringing a little confidence on top of it. We're whooping ass and taking names all season. I don't give a fuck at this point. I'm not hesitant about saying that. Detroit Lions are whooping ass and taking names all season long. They beat the Super Bowl champions. They ain't scared of nobody. They beat the Super Bowl champions in their house. And the loudest stadium. Not just any house. The loudest stadium in the league. And they took the reigning, defending Super Bowl MVP and league MVP and sat his ass down somewhere. Give me the ball, pick 6 for us, and we taking this dub. Fuck out of here. We're taking names. Bring them.
It's a beautiful thing.
I want it.
It's a
Seattle,
beautiful
come get it.
I want it.
I want it.
It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing when you see the Lions do something like that. Like you said, they walked into Kansas City's house. They walked into the house that Patrick Mahomes built, and they tore that bitch to the ground.
Yes, sir.
That is the toughest game on the schedule. It's in Arrowhead. It's against Patrick Mahomes. And they went out there and they took the dub from them. While they're focusing on raising the banner, the Lions are focusing on biting kneecaps and kicking ass.
That's the other part, too, is like, again, Patrick Mahomes. There's this article that came out this morning. Patrick Mahomes wasn't there for the banner raise. He didn't want to see it. He didn't want to look at it. He wants to focus on this year. He's won Super Bowls. He's already celebrated that. He celebrated the night he won. He celebrated that all season. He's back to win another one. He is him. We said, nah. Nah, big dog.
No.
Hold up. Let me cook. Hold up. Let me cook. That's
today,
what
brother.
Ryan said last night.
And this is just consistent with this team, because remember when we played that video way back when it was in the offseason, the dead days of football, and everybody was looking at all the Lions players when the schedule just got released. What's the game you're most anticipating? And every Lions player, it went through all of them, and the majority of them were saying Kansas City. Mm-hmm. Like, that just tells you the tone that's in the locker room, and the fact that they prepared for this. They prepared for this game for months, and they were not scared of the moment. They did not shy away from the moment, even when things weren't going their way. Some drop passes, some things happened.
Yeah,
you're going against Patrick Mahomes, arguably the most talented quarterback of all time, on the road. Like, they made it happen. They were prepared for it. They did it, and this is going to, I think, really just take this locker room to the next level, because they know now that there's nothing that they cannot do.
I mean, think about your guy, Jack Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
Some call him the meat missile.
The meat missile.
I don't know about that one. But Jack Campbell, rookie. Patrick Mahomes. Do you guys remember last night? I don't know who the coverage was on. Fuck you. Swat that ball down. Get that shit out of here. Pound on the ground. Came up like a psychopath.
Yeah.
In game 1.
He's a monster.
That guy is going to get better.
He's a machine.
That guy's going to see more reps. As against Patrick Mahomes, bro. Come on.
It's not just anybody.
That was such a sexy play,
You're
bro.
not doing this against Skylar Thompson. You're not doing this against Justin Fields.
Right?
You're doing it against a multiple-time league MVP, multiple-time Super Bowl MVP. It means different.
Nick?
Quick question for you guys. Was he pissed that he didn't pick it, or was he so hyped that he got his hands like on that ball?
I think he's pissed he didn't pick it.
Well, it was one hand, though. I don't think he's planning on catching like that.
He wanted that ball bad.
Yeah. The guy's a psychopath, man.
He's a psychopath.
I
He is
love
for sure
it.
a psychopath.
I love it.
I mean, brother, you're around him more than we are. Is he psychopath vibes, flannel Sam vibes?
I mean, he's very quiet. Like, you don't get a lot out of him. He's just so focused on doing his job, on being that that psycho linebacker. He's gonna be special, and we saw glimpses of it last night.
Yeah.
I mean, because while we're talking defense, Josh Pascal looked damn good last night.
Bro.
I've been saying that one for a long time. My guy Joey's tried to tell me he's not gonna play inside. What did he play? Did he look damn good from the inside last night?
Yeah,
Didn't
he
he?
did. You know what looked good? When they were lining up Hutchinson on the inside and
Yeah.
Houston to the left of him.
Yeah.
Hutch and Houston on the same side.
Dog, when Houston
I
got
want
there,
it. I want it. I
at
want
a
it.
certain point during the
so
game,
nasty.
you ask yourself, where's James Houston been? And then they put him in, and he fucking calls grass Patrick Mahomes, trying to take him down.
Yeah.
But like right away, immediate impact. Like you forget about these guys, but you had a flash of highlight from him. You had a flash of highlight from Jack Campbell. You had a hell of a flash of highlight that's being played as a highlight on SportsCenter right now. Brian Branch taking that thing back for 6. All your young pieces, outside of maybe Kirby, flash something.